Hmm.
I mean, remember wrestling?
Are you a vegan?
I mean,
I'm a national treasure. The niggas that bad me gon' bad me forever. R.I.P. Kobe, but y'all niggas broke it. That's probably.
What's good, YouTube? What's up, YouTube? Tube. I wasn't gonna stream today because I might do a short video. I don't know. But what's good, YouTube? What's good, YouTube? What's up, YouTube? What's up, YouTube? What's good, YouTube? Tube. What's up, YouTube? Tube. What's good, YouTube? Tube. How we doing?
David's innocent, right?
Something I've never told anyone, which is crazy, is that I actually went to a Diddy. Something.
What's good, YouTube? Alright, how we doing, YouTube? What's up, YouTube? Tube. How we doing, YouTube? How we doing, YouTube? How's it going, chat? How's it going? How's everyone doing today, YouTube? What's up, YouTube? What's up, YouTube? Damn, it's been a minute since I streamed, low key. How's everyone doing today? How's everyone doing today? How's everyone doing today on YouTube? How's everyone doing today on YouTube? How's everyone doing today on YouTube? How's everyone doing today on YouTube, chat? How's everyone doing today on YouTube? What's up, YouTube? How we doing, y'all? How we doing? How we doing, chat? How we doing? How we doing, chat? How we doing?
David's innocent, right? I believe 100% David's innocent. And you have the prosecutor.
What's good, YouTube? How we doing, you? What's up, YouTube? Tube. How we doing, y'all? How's everyone doing today on YouTube? Tube. Warning. Nightbot warning is gonna be. Alright, bro. Alright, bro. Alright, bro. Listen, bro. Listen. I'm gonna keep it being with you, bro. I'm gonna keep it being with you, bro. I'm gonna keep it a being with you. Banning 6'7" would be reasonable. Let's be honest, bro. Alright, I said 6'7". I said 6'7". I said 6'7". 6'7". 6'7". 6'7". 6'7". 6'7". 6'7". 6'7". Why I say it like that? I said like, bro, I should be leaving that in 2025, bro. It's 2026, bro. I'm 19 years old and I'm saying 6'7" jokes. Like, bro, that's crazy. And it's 2026, bro. That's just crazy, chat. That's just crazy. That's just crazy. That's just crazy. How y'all doing on this fine Friday? Alright. How's everyone doing on this fine Friday, chat? How's everyone doing on this fine ass Friday? Are we doing good, bad, terrible? Like, how are we doing today on this great Friday? You know what I mean? Great Friday. How are we doing on this good Friday? How's everyone doing on this great Friday today? You know what I mean? 13 viewers on YouTube Shorts. How's everyone doing today on this great Friday? Oh, I want to know. I really want to know. I want to know, chat. If you're not gonna tell me, then I'm gonna get on to you. Okay? Speak. Anyways, how are we doing today, chat? How are we doing today? Yo, what's up? I don't know how to say your name. How we doing, y'all? How we doing today? How we doing today? Alright, y'all. I'm gonna react to some videos, y'all. Alright. Have fun. We're gonna react to some videos today, chat. We're gonna react to some videos. We're gonna react to some videos for the day, chat. We're gonna react to some videos. Alright, we're gonna do some reactions for the day. Let's go! Yeah! Anyways, what can we react to? Let's react to. I ain't gonna lie, this is too late. This one right here is probably gonna be. I gotta react to this shit, bro. We're gonna react to this shit. You know, we're gonna react to this shit.
Michael Jackson earned over $1 billion in his lifetime. Yet, at his death in 2009, he carried over $500 million in debt. To understand how the world's most successful entertainer ended up effectively insolvent, we have to audit the specific mechanics of his fortune. From the acquisition of the Beatles catalog to the crushing maintenance costs of Neverland Ranch, this is a masterclass in equity, risk, and the high cost of a lost childhood. The foundation of this fortune was built on a massive disparity. In 3 years at Motown, the Jackson 5 sold 33 million singles. But under their contract, the group received a microscopic 2.8% royalty split 5 ways, leaving each brother with a mere fraction of a penny. That math prompted Joe Jackson to execute an aggressive
Dude, that guy looks
countermove.
so creepy,
In
bro. I swear to you, bro. Michael Jackson's dad gotta be the creepiest man on earth. I'm not gonna lie, bro.
1975, he moved the group to Epic Records, securing a 20% royalty rate and, crucially, ownership of their master recordings. For the first time, the Jacksons weren't just performers, they were owners. But because he had been a global star since the age of 5, Michael reached adulthood having generated hundreds of millions for others, while possessing almost no personal wealth of his own. This disconnect between global fame and personal liquidity fueled a career-long drive for absolute ownership of his work and his image. That drive for ownership collided with the massive success of Off the Wall and Thriller. He wasn't just topping the charts, he was generating cash at a rate the music industry had never seen. This chart compares standard 1980s industry royalty rates against Jackson's specific Epic Records contract. While the average artist was earning fractions of a cent, Jackson's deal paid him roughly $2 for every album sold. In 1983 alone, he earned $43 million, followed by $91 million in 1984. He was the highest paid entertainer on the planet, but that level of wealth further isolated him from a normal life, pushing him deeper into the private world he was beginning to construct. This sudden, massive influx of capital gave him the means to start funding his own reality. He had the money to buy back the childhood he felt had been stolen, setting the stage for his most ambitious and expensive.
Dude, I wonder how
purchases.
much money he
The
invested
most
with this shit.
significant move
You
in
know
his
what I mean?
portfolio began with a simple
I
suggestion.
feel like how much he
During a
invested on
recording
this shit,
session,
bro.
Paul McCartney showed Jackson a notebook of the songs he owned, explaining that music publishing was one of the most stable ways to build long-term wealth. Jackson took the advice to its logical extreme. In 1985, he spent $47.5 million to purchase the ATV catalog, which controlled the rights to over 250 Beatles songs. This diagram shows how that catalog acted as a central engine, funneling royalty streams from radio,
Damn.
television, and commercials directly into his accounts. He later merged that catalog with Sony's publishing arm, creating a joint venture that eventually grew to control over 2 million songs. By the early 2010s, this
Bro, dude, it's crazy how rich this guy became in buying a whole ass, band catalog.
portfolio was
Like, this guy was literally rich enough to the point where he can buy a whole ass, band catalog. Like, that's just crazy.
generating hundreds of millions in annual revenue, including hits from Lady Gaga and Taylor Swift. This single investment returned over 15 times its original price. It became the essential financial backstop that kept his estate afloat, acting as the primary collateral he would use to secure loans during his most difficult years. But while his business investments were generating millions, his personal spending was on a path to insolvency. In 1988, he purchased the 2,700-acre Sycamore Valley Ranch for $19.5 million, renaming it Neverland. He spent an additional $35 million on upgrades, including a full-scale amusement park, a private zoo, and 2 working railroads. The annual cost just to staff and maintain the property was estimated at over $5 million. Beyond the ranch, his daily habits were equally exorbitant. He used shopping as a form of emotional therapy, famously dropping $5 million in a single 45-second spree at a Las Vegas antique store, pointing at chandeliers and statues without ever checking a price tag. The 1993 allegations marked the definitive shift in his finances. Between massive legal fees, a $23 million civil settlement, and the collapse of his sponsorship deals, his defensive spending